Samuel Milton Nabrit, Black biologist. Samuel Milton Nabrit is known for his research into animal regeneration, the ability of body parts to regrow or repair themselves after injury, and for his academic career as a promoter of science instruction among young African Americans. The first Black PhD from Brown University, Nabrit served as chairman of the biology department and as dean of the Graduate School of Arts and Sciences at Atlanta University, and as president of Texas Southern University. Born in Macon, Georgia, February 21, 1905, to James M. Nabrit, a Baptist minister and teacher, and Augusta Gertrude West Nabrit, Nabrit studied at Morehouse College, where he received his bachelor's degree in 1925. Taking to heart the desire to teach inherited from his father, Nabrit returned to Morehouse College as a professor of biology from 1925 to 1931, while he attended Brown University working towards his advanced degrees. He obtained his Master's of Science in 1928 and his PhD in biology in 1932. While teaching during the school year at Morehouse, Nabrit conducted research at the Marine Biological Laboratory in Woods Hole, Massachusetts every summer from 1927 to 1932. His specialty was the regenerative abilities of fish, particularly studying their ability to regrow tail fins. He found that the size of the fin rays on fishes' fins determined the rate of regeneration. The results of his research were published in the Biological Bulletin. A citation presented to Nabrit on April 30, 1982, by the Beta Kappa Chi Scientific Honor Society, to which Nabrit belonged, noted that a study published by Nabrit in 1928 was still being quoted in studies of animal regeneration as late as the 1980s. After earning his doctorate in 1932, Nabrit was appointed chairman of Atlanta University's biology department, a position he held until 1947. He continued his regenerative research at Atlanta University, focusing on fish embryo regeneration in particular. His work was described in articles appearing in such scientific publications as the Anatomical Record, Journal of Parasitology, and the Journal of Experimental Zoology. In 1947, Nabrit became dean of Atlanta University's Graduate School of Arts and Sciences. In 1955, he was appointed president of the Texas Southern University, where he served until 1966. During his tenure as president, Nabrit also served as president of the Association of Colleges and Secondary Schools, and as a member of the board of directors of the American Council on Education. He also joined several committees for the Departments of State and Health and Human Services, and was appointed by President Eisenhower to a 6-year term on the National Science Board in 1956. In 1966, President Johnson selected Nabrit for a term on the Atomic Energy Commission. The following year, Nabrit became director of the Southern Fellowships Fund, an operating agency of the Council of Southern Universities, where he stayed until his retirement in 1981. Nabrit was one of the founders of the Upward Bound, a program designed to increase the numbers of qualified youth staying in college beyond 1 year. While a guest speaker at Kashmere Gardens High School, Nabrit was told that most of the scholarship winners would drop out during their first year in college. Nabrit decided to do something about this problem. In 1957, scholarship winners and other high potential students were invited to Texas Southern for the summer, essentially enrolling in the college for 11 weeks. 3 nationally established specialists in reading, logical thinking, and mathematics were recruited to hold classes daily, and the students were paired with volunteers who stayed with them in the dormitories and tutored them every night. The number of students remaining in college was greatly increased by the program. Speaking to contributor Sharon F. Sear in a phone interview, Nabrit recalled that when he began his academic career, the, quote, leading scientists in our field produced only one or two biology students. All of his students were steered into medicine. My notion was that we needed to increase the number of young people who would be able to get the PhD in biology and all the other sciences. At Brown, where I was the first Negro to graduate with a PhD in biology, I made sure that the next 4 black PhDs were all out of my lab. Unquote. Throughout his college career, Nabrit played baseball and football. The game he loved playing the most, though, and continued playing into the 1940s was bridge. He and his foursome became expert enough to advance to a national bridge championship. Nabrit married Constance T. Crocker in 1927. She passed away in 1984. They had no children. Dr. Nabrit is retired and still lives in Georgia. Citations are in the description.